previously on Avatar.
With occasional exceptions like Barbie and Dune, the fact is that Warner Brothers commands neither the box office appeal they once had, nor the prestige, or even the respect. They've been operating fairly consistently under the threat of complete financial ruin since the 1950s, which is why they've gone through so many mergers since then, and which is why they're now flinging anything and everything at the wall in hopes that something will stick. You see, Davey doesn't believe in hitting singles and doubles, he's all about home runs only, and if you dare try to load the bases, he will kick you to the curb. We don't do that here. We either make $1 billion or we scrap it for a tax write-off. None of this modest success crap. They're tripling down on their own stupidity, refusing to address the same mistakes they keep making, and incinerating art and goodwill to compensate for it all. Looks like I'll see y'all again at the next merger. Turns out I was wrong on this one. It won't be yet another merger on the horizon for Hollywood's lolcow, but a split. Everything won't be finalized until around the middle of next year, but the process has already begun. Warner Brothers will officially be succeeded by two separate and distinct entities, streaming and studios and global networks. Reactions online have been varied thus far. As for myself, I want to be cautiously hopeful, but I just can't help being overcome with pessimism anytime it comes to this godforsaken studio. One thing I feel I should make clear about this arrangement is that just like a real divorce, the assets aren't exactly being divided up equally, and that's by design. Keep in mind the entire reason David Zaslav has been so adamant about cutting content from Max is so he can weasel his way out of paying residuals to screenwriters. He likes to claim it's to save the studio money, but then he'll shamelessly contradict that by giving himself another raise, or by pouring hundreds of millions of dollars into a PS2 looking Flash movie, or a jukebox musical Joker sequel, or some other dog water. The upcoming split is not intended to optimize resources, but to isolate and cut off costs that Davey has deemed unnecessary. If you don't believe me, then look at how everything is being divvied out. The streaming and studios division will be receiving the main film studio, the subsidiaries, the intellectual properties, and the streaming platform. The global networks division, meanwhile, has been left with the gnawed bones that remain, the Discovery assets and every television network overseen by Warner Brothers that isn't HBO, the haves and the have-nots. Take a wild guess which division Davey made sure to allocate to himself.
I get to keep all my money, and you get to keep whatever you can fit to this hobo sack.
I don't really think I need to explain why pitting streaming against cable in modern day isn't even remotely a fair contest. It's like that Mad TV Survivor parody with the fire-making challenge where one team is given an entire fire-building kit to help them and the other team is given a glass of water. The only real draw the global networks division has is TNT for live sports, but even that's just temporary. The NBA is now beneath the Disney umbrella, and I wouldn't be surprised at all if the NHL and MLB also move on to greener pastures once their current broadcasting contracts expire. It sucks, but that's the business. Even so, it's strange to see people online genuinely expressing optimism for the split when one side is getting this insanely screwed over. I haven't even mentioned the worst part for the global networks division. They'll be the ones stuck dealing with the bulk of Warner Brothers' debt. It's like entire shows getting cut from Max, but on a much larger scale. It's corporate euthanasia, cutting off the studio's arms and legs in hopes of miracle curing its cancer. Just Davey doing what Davey does. It's not the first time he's gone out of his way to sabotage network television, but if this split goes as far south as it has the potential to, it could very well be the last time. Davey has no excuse left on the planet to even pretend to justify his tax write-off scrapping idiocy, but we all know he's gonna keep doing it anyway. He's proven beyond a shadow of a doubt to not care about art or anyone who's ever enjoyed it, so what's to stop him from continuing to weaponize creative minds? Why fix what's clearly broken, am I right? Davey is truly the short bus version of Bob Iger, and with him at the helm, I just can't help but expect the worst from this upcoming split. If we're lucky, then maybe this time we'll manage to go more than 2 months until the next chapter of this moronic saga. I wouldn't hold my breath if I were you.